So you're going to go ahead and use the binding reagent, which changes it to a bigger circle, and then you put in your diamond sword and you'll see it spin up and start to do some stuff. Some pretty crazy stuff. What's up, people? I'm Xogue, and welcome to the step-by-step tutorial for blood magic. Getting started in 1.8.9, Minecraft 1.8.9 or 1.9. The new changes to blood magic, they're really cool, but sometimes it may not be the easiest thing to understand. So here's a little step-by-step for you to get you started, as well as explain a couple other little things. But before we do, I want to go ahead and just mention that if you do like what I do, if you do like the videos, the step-by-steps, all that good stuff, don't forget to hit that like button. It does help me out quite a bit. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see any of my series and do a lot of the modded Minecraft stuff in an actual series. Doing a skyblock right now. Got my own mod pack for 1.9 hooked up. It's called Ryotcraft. That's going on. You can also get that on the Technic launcher. Also, I got links in the description for Patreon, PayPal, Twitter, all that good stuff down in the description. So check that out if you want to see about supporting me and hooking up and seeing messages to me and all kinds of crazy stuff. So anyway, that's the short little intro. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, this is your resource list like I do in every step-by-step that I do. You've got your block of iron, 12 iron ingots, 5 gold ingots, 8 string, 8 pieces of regular stone, not cobblestone, 4 redstone, 8 cobblestone, 2 pieces of glass, 2 lapis, and a stick. Now, I've included 2 instances of the recipe for the snare, and that's because you're pretty much not going to get what you need with just one, and chances are much better if you do get 2 sets just to go ahead and do that. So that's included in the resource list, 2 sets of snares. Now, to start things off, we're going to go ahead and grab the cobblestone. Go ahead and make yourself the furnace, grab the stick, and 2 pieces of iron, like so, and go ahead and make yourself the sword. This is just a couple of the resources you're going to need for later on, but we're going to go ahead and craft them up really quick anyway. The next thing you want to do is go ahead and grab 2 pieces of redstone, 8 string, and 8 iron. Put the string 2 per slot in each of the corners of the crafting grid, your 2 redstone right in the middle, and 2 pieces of iron in all of the remaining slots, and then that will give you your 2 sets of rudimentary snare. Now the next thing you want to do is take your snares, come over, find yourself some zombies or skeletons or something, and throw your snares at them until they get white particles like that guy just did there. And now they both have white particles. You can feel free to kill them, and what this is going to do is give you 2 demonic will. You see these guys floating on the ground? That's what you're looking for. A quick mention about the will quality. You need at least 2. By getting 2 demonic will like we have, like you probably just did, you want to make sure you have the ideal situation is having 2 of them, each with over 1. If you don't have over 2 will quality, you need to be sure that you go and get another one, craft another set. Usually 8 will be enough to get you what you need, but just in case, that's what you're looking for. Now, what you want to go ahead and do is take out your one block of iron, 4 regular stone, 1 gold ingot, and 2 regular iron ingots. And you're going to take your block of gold, put it in the bottom middle, line the 2 sides with stone just like that. Put the gold ingot right there in the middle and the 2 iron in the top corners. That will give you your Hellfire Forge. Now you want to go ahead, place your Hellfire Forge, open it up, and put your 2 redstone, 2 pieces of glass, 2 gold ingots, and 2 lapis right there. Then go ahead and put your first will quality over here. You'll see that the bar does grow, and at the end you're going to get a Tartaric gem. Now you want to go ahead and take the second one out. If you don't have enough in your first one to get a second petty Tartaric gem, you want to switch it out for your other one if you need to. But we had plenty in the first one, so we're good to go there. But you need 2 petty Tartaric gems by the time you're done with this. Now you want to go back there, grab your iron sword, put that in one of the slots, and put another one of the petty Tartaric gems in one of the other slots. You don't need any will. You see, we have will quality 0, but as soon as we put it in here, it will still fill up and create your sentient sword. This is the next thing that you need. Go ahead and take out your Petty Tartaric Gem, and we'll show you how to get started with the next part. Now, the next thing that you can do is go ahead back to your crafting table, take out 4 stone, your 1 furnace, 1 of your demonic will. It has to be a demonic will. It cannot be a Petty Tartaric Gem, but the will quality can be 0. It does not matter how much you have left in the demonic will. You just need to make sure it is a demonic will. And then 2 gold ingots. You want to put your demonic will right there in the bottom middle slot. 2 gold surrounding that, your stone up and along the sides and the remaining slots, and then your furnace right there in the middle, and that is going to give you your blood altar. Now, once you have all of that stuff, you are set up in blood magic to continue with things. The blood altar itself is just like you remember. You can go ahead and craft yourself a sacrificial knife, fill it up with blood, get things going. Even the runes are pretty much the same. You don't have to worry about anything else. If you've ever messed with blood magic, you can feel free to do so at your own memory, using your own memory, or if you don't know, older tutorials for how to build up your blood altar will help you out, and they will tell you how to get what you need. From that point, it is pretty much normal as far as how to construct the blood altar. Everything else is the same as older versions, so you can feel free to check out those. I also believe I have a tutorial out on how to get some of that stuff set up as well, so feel free to check those out if you would like to. Now, as far as getting more will, this is how you're now going to store your will. With one of these gems in your inventory, doesn't matter where in your inventory, you can go and kill things with your sentient sword, and it will store all of the will. Ow, ow. This sword is not all that strong to start off with, but once you get some will in there, it will actually get stronger. And as it gets stronger, as you kill things, you will start to gain, let's see, there we go. You will start to gain will. You see now we have 5 because we killed about 5 people. And there are easier ways to get will in the future, but for now, this is your best bet just because it does indeed work. So when you do need will, this is something you can do pretty easily. Now later on, things do change again. For example, getting the sigils, there's now a new method of that, as well as getting things like the bound armor, or which now there is no bound armor. It's now called living armor or sentient armor. There's 2 different armor sets in blood magic now, but the one that you would remember would be closely resembled to the old style would be the living armor. It's the first set. If you type in living, you will see it. But this is how you get these as well, is through the process that I'm about to show you. Now the sigils, the way they have changed is that you actually need, and this is the same for the bound stuff as well. What you need to do is make Arcane Ashes here in the Hellfire Forge with some of these other gems and stuff with this this will that I was just telling you how to get. You go ahead and you make this stuff up, and once you have the Arcane Ashes, all you got to do, pick it up, thank you, is put it on the ground. Glass may not be the best thing, but then you take whatever ingredients it says. For example, for the sigil of magnetization, you'll see this kind of a recipe. You see the reagent, and then you'll have the slate or whatever else is required. You have to put it in this order. You have to put this one in first and then this one, or it will not work. So first you put in that guy, and you'll see that the circle changes. Then you put in the second one, and you'll see it start to spin up and do some stuff. The same with the binding. When you see anything about binding, for example, the bound sword, bound blade, for example, you'll see that it says alchemy ray binding. All that really means is that you're using the binding reagent first. So you're going to go ahead and use the binding reagent, which changes it to a bigger circle, and then you put in your diamond sword, and you'll see it spin up and start to do some stuff. Some pretty crazy stuff. You see right here, we do have the sigil of magnetism ready to go, pretty much good in that front. And soon enough, this guy is going to combine together, and there's your bound blade. So that's pretty much a lot of the differences with this, and it still has a right click to activate and turn off, turn on and off kind of thing. So you're pretty much good to go. From that point, you are set up in the basics of blood magic. You can get your altar going, you can get some of the will quality stuff going, which I already showed you how to look up those recipes and everything, so you should be able to figure that stuff out without too much of a problem. But if you did like this video, and please do smash that like button because it's going to help me out. You have no idea. So do that if you like the video. Also, if you want to see more and you want my videos sent directly to you, then don't forget to subscribe. Comment, favorite, share if you feel like you want to. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace out, peeps.